into a toy store with a sparkle in my eyes. I reached out for the bright red racing car, the fastest one on the shelf. But before I could touch it, the shopkeeper smiled and said, "Oh, sweetheart, that is for the boys. The dolls are on the other side." And just like that, a tiny hand that reached for joy was redirected towards what was considered appropriate. Looking back, I realized that day I didn't choose a toy. A label chose me. We've all had moments like this, quiet, early, and invisible moments, when the world colors us before we even know how to talk. We were not born with color coded limits. We actually inherit them. Now, let's zoom out from that toy store and you'll see the pattern everywhere. Despite 42% of women having higher education, many end up in low paying jobs. Not because they have the lack of ability, but because they've been told they fit better there. Leadership still wears blue, while empathy still wears pink, and the world calls it natural. But in reality, it's learned. By age 6, a Harvard study of 2022 showed that we children already believed that brilliance belongs to boys. Not because they are born brighter, but because society is louder and media, it just echoes the message. The hero fights in bold colors. The girl in pink, they wait to be saved. The Gina Davis Institute found that if we children are exposed to gender balanced stories, our dreams expand. But unfortunately, these stories still play in the same two colors, blue and pink. You think this is only for children. Well, adults face the same struggle. A Deloitte report stated that 61% of adults hide their true selves at work. Men shrink softness, and women soften power. And in this process, everyone loses a part of themselves. These are what I call color-coded dreams. Dreams that are shaped not by desire, but they are shaped by definition. But let's pause there for a moment. What if pink was just pink, not gentle, not for girls? What if blue meant ocean, sky, possibility, not masculinity? Imagine if colors were just colors, not instructions for how to behave. What if a toy store wasn't divided down the middle, but instead opened into a universe of choices where the child's imagination picks the direction and not society's palette? What if colors were tools of expression, not boxes of limitation? For a moment, Picture a world where a girl chooses engineering because she loves it, not because she's trying to break a stereotype. A boy chooses engineering because he's compassionate, not because he's different. And leaders come in all sorts of colors: bright, bold, soft, and calm. And they are all valid. This isn't idealism. This is design. It's what happens when we remove bias from imagination. I am just a child, yet I know that this is how we can repaint the world. Let's start early, teaching choice over color. We children aren't blank canvases. We are open galaxies. Send us all the toys, the colors, and the walls, and watch us paint something extraordinary. Let's challenge marketing and media. If the industries can sell blue razors and pink shampoo, why can't they sell equality? Let's redefine strength altogether. Let strength include gentleness. Let leadership include empathy. Let boys cry without shame and girls lead without permission. Change doesn't always start loud. Sometimes it starts with a whisper that refuses to stay silent. Now, let's go back to that little girl in the toy store, the one who reached for the red racing car but walked out with a label instead. Today, I know something she didn't at the age of 5. No label, no color, no stereotype should ever outrun your instinct, your talent, or your truth. And now the question becomes not what color were we given, but what color will we choose? Tomorrow, when you see colors around you, on toys, walls, and especially jobs, remember that these are not rules. These are just reminders on how far we've come and how much we yet still have to repaint. When we stop color coding potential, we can unleash possibilities. And maybe, just maybe, that fire world in all of us can finally reach out for whatever sparks joy. And this time, no one will say it's not meant for you. Thank you.